What is good, everybody? This is your boy Easy. With me, as always, the digital Dr. Louie. And we are the Full Blitz Podcast.
What's popping, everybody?
Y'all are gonna see more of him. He's gonna rock on the screen with us from now on. I told him producers gotta have.
I'm gonna give y'all some FaceTime. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some FaceTime. So you know what I'm saying.
You're too pretty, man.
You're
too pretty to not be on the screen.
All right, man. Don't call me pretty. That's weird, bro.
Look, no diddy.
Pause. No diddy.
No diddy.
No diddy, dog.
No, man, I'm glad.
Nah, what's popping, man?
I'm glad you deciding to jump on the screen with me, man. Nothing, man. Just happy to be here. Another show with you. Listeners, just so y'all know, viewers, as always, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. Check us out on TikTok and Instagram. And remember, if you rocking with us, keep rocking with us because we only getting better. All right. Just so y'all know, we are going through a small little rebrand. We're going to get all that pushed out to y'all. And we will be dropping the shows on Tuesday from here on out. Okay, we want to make sure we're getting the show out to y'all so you can check the updated scores, so you can look at the Easy's Take'ems and have more of your week lined up. Doing that for y'all because, of course, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for all the support so far.
We just want to give you what you want.
What you want.
We ain't trying to make you wait.
That's what I'm talking about.
Give you what you want.
Yeah, that's it, man. You know, we got a good show. We're going to be giving y'all some clips here on out. The digital doctor decided that he needed to show some of his talents, and we're going to give y'all some of that. NFL, college, we got the NBA coming into full swing now, and then we're going to be hitting y'all with a new segment that y'all are going to get every week from here on out. We call it the Quick Hitters. It's maybe the scores, maybe some UFC, just some other things from around the sports world that we're not going to go crazy in depth with. We want to give y'all an opportunity to still see if your team won or lost and go from there. But as always, I'm a former football player. We always got to start with the NFL. That's where I like to start. That's where everybody likes to listen. And I'm pretty sure that's where Louis is the most non-knowledgeable at is football.
Oh, yeah. Just FYI, if you guys haven't realized, I'm not big into sports. I haven't been watching it. I don't have all the stats.
That's okay.
Easy is like this guy over here is like what's it? Rain Man with the stats.
Hey, I don't know about all that. I mean, look, I got to write them down.
I don't know. You be saying all types. That's what it sounded like to me.
Hey, see, and guess what? That's what he's here to do.
I'm gonna keep up.
If he's got to ask a question, he can ask the question, and that way.
I'm here for the people that are like me. I'm like, what? Huh? They need to hear that again.
See, there's a purpose for everything. Let's get into these games. Couple of games we're going to break down, right? And I feel like I got to break this one down. One, because we had some people come back from injury. We had an egregious no call that I just think is wild, but that's the Rams-Vikings. The Rams actually wound up beating the Vikings 30-20, and controversial call. We're going to get into that in a minute, but Sam Darnold looks good again. I had put him in the MVP conversation before. I saw a list that came out that somehow Patrick Mahomes is still the betting favorite or the second betting favorite. I don't know how the hell that's possible when you got more interceptions and touchdowns and when Derrick Henry isn't even in the top 10. I don't know who's making these lists, but y'all need to sit the hell down because Patrick Mahomes is not number 2. Darnold goes 18-25, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. Doing his thing. The running game let him down. The running game just really couldn't get it started, had less than 100 yards as a team. And I think that they're struggling without a running back that can really get going. And, Adam just kind of struggles sometimes. But we'll see as the season goes on. Running backs tend to kind of slow down, but we'll see what happens there. It was Stafford looking like himself. With quarterbacks, the rest of the team around him obviously has a lot to do with it. The running backs got to do their part, the receivers, the offensive line. And I think Stafford, a lot of people were looking at like, man, he's kind of having an off year, but people forgot he was missing his two premier targets, Cooper Kupp and Puka. I think it's, I'm not going to try to say his other name. I butcher it. So I'm not even going to do it. But those two guys come back, you know. Puka goes nuts. Where'd he go? I got him written down here. He went off for 7 catches and 106 yards. Okay. Coming back from an injury to go 7 catches, 106 yards is just insane. Good for him. I think he's really good for that offense. I think he's really good for Cooper Kupp. So it gives him an opportunity to get open because he's not getting all the double teams like he did when Cooper Kupp was out. Rams defense gets 3 sacks. One of those sacks was a safety in the end zone, and the face mask on that play was just crazy. I wanted to tell you to pull that one up, and I forgot about that one. But
yeah, we can still pull it up.
Let's see if we can find it. While he's looking to find it, what happened was DN comes around the side and just goes to grab Sam Darnold, grabs him by the face mask, twists it, and pulls him down. That's a clear face mask. It's a 15-yard penalty, and there was no flag. And because the sack happened in the end zone, it was a safety, and safeties, the team that gets the safety, gets 2 points, and they get the ball back. Well, the Rams won by 10 points. So I think there's a good call to say that if that play gets called, maybe the game ends different. I don't want to take anything away from the Rams because they played a phenomenal game, but you got to look at that and think, well, damn, I mean, 2 points, you get the ball back, you score, you go for, 2, that's 8, 8 and 2, that's 10. There's the lead right there that you win with. So the NFL, you've got to do better. And then the ref came out and said he didn't see it, but there are camera angles from the NFL, from the stands and the fan, everywhere. Yeah, here we go. This is the play right here. Comes right. Bam. I mean, you can see it in real time that his head just snaps around, and they don't call it. That's the craziest thing in the world. Watch it here. You're going to see him come in.
Oh, yeah, he
yanks him down, right? You can see this, like, went right there.
His whole, he almost broke his neck.
And for the ref to say he didn't see that is just mind-boggling. It's crazy to me. But anyways, I mean, even somebody like Louis, our producer, he looks at that. He doesn't watch a lot of football, and he's just like, that was. I mean,
yeah, that was obvious.
Obvious, right?
Yanked him down. You didn't even have to see him do it to just see his neck snap.
And to not get that call.
What was that? Obviously something.
And in a league where all we do is protect the quarterback, that's crazy to not.
So what's that though? What is that? Is that?
So it's a face mask.
Cricket referees?
I mean, yes. Yeah.
No. I'm saying like what? Yeah, like why? How come they act like they didn't see that? The whole world saw it.
I don't know. I'm not going. I'm not going to get on here and say rigged. I'm not doing all that.
Wild.
That's not. I've never believed in a rigged. I believe that people make mistakes. I believe they need to do better. And
somebody made a big mistake.
But people don't realize this either. The refs are graded every game that they officiate. That's how the referees for the playoffs are chosen. That's how the referees for the Super Bowl is chosen. So when you miss a call like that, you're not going to get a very good grade on that game. Right. So refs, they have penalties and they have consequences too. So we'll give them a pass. People make mistakes here. We'll give them a pass here at the Full Blitz. Okay.
All right. Cool.
You know who I'm not giving a pass to?
Don't let it happen again.
Guess who I'm not giving a pass to?
Who did it?
The damn Tennessee Titans. The
Here we
Tennessee Titans.
All right. Let it go, bro. No, I'm saying like let it loose.
I even have it.
Go
I
ahead.
even have it on my notes to say, "Talk your shit." You are a professional football team, and you give up 52 points. 52 points. You're supposedly supposed to have the number one defense in the league. Get this. Who normally is, I'll ask you, maybe you don't know, but who do you think is normally a big part of a team scoring 52 points?
The quarterback.
The quarterback. Tell me why Jared Goff threw for 85 yards. He threw for less than 100 yards, and their team put up 52 points. You know how you do that? You have 197 return yards from your special team.
Oh my
goodness. And a return punt for a touchdown. I am just beyond livid right now as a Tennessee Titans fan. Now, don't get me wrong. First year head coach, second year GM, new OC, new DC. For people that don't know, that's offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Okay. No quarterback. Will Levis ain't the guy. Mason Rudolph looked like he might have been serviceable, but after that game, holy hell. Good Lord. No. Okay. And the only shining spot is that every now and then our running game gets going. You know, again, we get hit with injury bugs. L'Jarius Sneed is out with a quad. I love this team to death. I really do. And this is going to be my team to the day I die. But Tennessee, we need to do better. Brian Callahan, we need to do better. Okay? Giving up 52. They took their starters out at the end of the third quarter. Detroit took their starters out. Yeah. That's how bad you were getting beat. And the special teams coach, I don't ever wish for nobody to lose their job. I hope you get a flat tire every day of the week for the next month. How do you allow your special teams unit to give up 197 return yards? 197 return yards. But guess what? I'm going to hang my hat on the fact that Calvin Ridley finally got involved in the offense. 116 yards. Only took half the season to figure out that he knows how to catch the ball. You know, maybe trading DeAndre Hopkins to the Chiefs, I don't know. Maybe that opened the offense up. I think it's crazy that we're now, 4 years in to Akina Westbrook being on the team. He's clutch. He comes in big. We need to get him the ball more. We need to get our tight ends involved. Wiley had a good game. Chig is a great tight end. We need to be running to the left side behind J.C. Latham and Peter Skoronski and Cushenberry at our center. I'm not quite sure what we're doing, what the decision-making process is, or who is deciding to do these things. But guess what? I can tell you right now, we're in line to be the number 2 pick. I feel that by the end of the year, we will be picking number 1 because we are a complete dumpster fire. Complete dumpster fire. And it just infuriates me beyond belief as a fan because there was such high hope coming into the year.
I'm so tired of this team. I can't stand it anymore. The demons from deep down inside of me are coming out. And if we don't do something right soon, it's gonna cry.
See what you do to me?
Bro.
See,
what just happened,
this
man?
is what happens when one...
That just stirred up some spirits in you,
That's
bro.
what happens. One, when you give me a board that's got buttons on it that I can press. This is why they don't give me these things. And 2, I don't know, man. It's just it's frustrating when you love a team. I've been with them since 1998, and I just they always have such good potential, and the team looks good in the offseason, and then for whatever reason, it's just like, nah, we don't want to do this. So I don't know. Maybe one day they'll listen. But I doubt it. I'll tell you who should have listened to me 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, when I talked about this team, and that's the Cleveland Browns. Jameis Winston.
What happened with the Browns?
Jameis Winston comes in, first start since 2022. I said it 3 weeks ago when I said that the Deshaun Watson experiment should be over in Cleveland. Okay. Jameis Winston starts like I said, for the first time since 2022. All he does is come up, throw up 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, and leads his team down the field to throw the go-ahead winning touchdown with 59 seconds left. Now, yes, I will let everybody know, because I already know people, they'll come in the comments and everything like that and talk about, well, if Kyle Hamilton wouldn't have dropped the, interception on the play before, he wouldn't have done that. Well, guess what? Rule number 1 in the NFL, don't miss your opportunity to make big plays in the last seconds of games, because if not, it usually don't end well. That's what happens. Hamilton didn't make the play. Next play, Winston gets the touchdown, puts the Browns up. Okay. But the thing with this game is you saw it from the coaches. You saw it from the players. You saw it from the staff. There was like almost this feeling of relief, right? Because Deshaun Watson, I don't believe is, he's got the Achilles injury, so he ain't playing again this year. And I think there's just this relief from the organization saying, okay, now we have an excuse to not have to play him, because if he doesn't get hurt, they're paying that man $230 million guaranteed. They got to play him. They guarantee he has the first and only fully guaranteed contract in the NFL history. So you got to play him. But now he gets hurt. Now you got an excuse. Jameis Winston, a proven veteran, a former first-round overall pick, balled out in Florida State, and all he does is come in and stabilizes the quarterback position, but not just the quarterback position, the entire team. He came in and showed you what you can do when you have a quarterback that is really all about winning, which is all Winston is about, is winning. That's what he wants to do. And I mean, it was a great game, back and forth game. Baltimore gave it their all. You can tell Lamar Jackson is passionate with the way he slams his helmet down at the end of the game. Derek running heavy. I mean, heavy. We got a clip of Henry running, don't we? I mean, this is what I call big boy football right here. Just bam, just right into him. Now, unfortunately, JOK was hurt on this play. He was carted off the field. Positives to this, though, was as he was being carted off the field, he had movement in his arms. And typically when a player is hurt like that, I would refrain from showing a clip. But JOK was released from the hospital this morning. All is well. He has all feeling. He is walking, which is always amazing to hear and see. We never want to see players get hurt, and we never want to see players have life-threatening injuries. So amazing to him to be able to walk out of the hospital, because that was a big boy hit. And hey, man, all props in the world for you. You saw him coming and you went in there and hit him. And not a lot of people do that. A lot of people make business decisions, but you went in there and did your thing. JOK, man, much love, man. And we are so happy that you are out of the hospital and doing well. And one thing I do want to mention with this is, and you can notice it right there at the end of the clip, is he's wearing what they call a guardian cap. The guardian cap is a extra level of protection that players are, for the first year, are permitted to wear over their helmet. And it's another form of protection from concussions. And we see here, it's right there. You can kind of see how it doesn't shine the way it does. It has an extra level of padding. And I would like to think that him choosing to wear that Guardian cap helped prevent maybe other potential damages. And that was some of the things we were talking about.
I'm sure it did. That's what it's designed for.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So it could have been worse.
And remember when we talked about Tua a couple weeks ago, in his decision to not wear a Guardian cap, I think we see the benefits of it. I'm not saying that you have to wear it. I like the fact that you really can't tell. There's just no shine to it. But I'd like to say that Guardian cap protected him a little more, and it did its job. But again, Jeremiah, we're happy that you're healthy and out of the hospital, my man. Always, prayers for that. A game I thought was crazy. Had to talk about this one. We got a clip for this game too. Was the Commanders and the Bears, Chicago and Washington D.C. I am just blown away by Daniels as a football player, as a rookie. This is the end of the game here. And what he does and his ability to be able to run around, create, wait. I think it was almost 13 seconds. And then from where he's at, he heaves that ball. This play was nuts. Tip drill right there in the end zone. Time expired to win the game. Needed that. And Washington goes nuts. And they needed it because Chicago's defense played really well throughout the game and really buckled down in the red zone, held Washington to 4 field goals before that point. Caleb Williams didn't have his best day, but hey, it's not going to be your day every day, but that defense carried them and allowed Caleb to not really have the best day, and that's okay. So I just think that I hope people recognize and appreciate what we're seeing with Jaden Daniels. We are seeing a kid come in rookie year and having all the expectations in the world as the number 2 overall pick. Not just that, but coming into this game where a lot of people felt Chicago should have taken Jaden Daniels over Caleb Williams. There was a lot of scouts. There were a lot of executives in the NFL that thought Jaden Daniels was the number 1 quarterback in the league this year or in the draft. So, and for him to just come in and after having the rib injury last week, he comes in, does what he does. Look, phenomenal. What I'm concerned about, though, is on that last play, Chicago's DB Stevenson, number 29, just not even paying attention, back to the ball, arguing with the fans, not even paying attention, and has to run over. And he's actually the one that tips the ball backwards. So was he supposed to be that guy? Usually you have people that are decided on what they're going to do. These are the box out guys. These are the tip drill guys. These are, there's supposed to be somebody behind the pile to keep that guy from catching the ball. None of that, seemed to be going. So he actually had to apologize to his teammates today because that clip went viral. It was on NFL Live. It was on ESPN, Pat McAfee. If it was a sports show, it was there. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but he comes running. So he comes running from all the way over to get in there to jump. And it was, I don't know what he was doing. So number 29 jumped up and tipped it, and it tipped backwards. Well, usually there should have been a Chicago guy back there with him to keep him from catching that ball because 29's all the way over in the side fighting with the fans. It don't make no sense to me. Not at all. And the fact that he's got to say sorry to his teammates, I'm happy he's doing it.
I mean, does he have to say
Absolutely.
sorry?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You are in the last play of the game to win the game, and you are over fighting with fans and have your back to the play. You can't do that. Now, I'm not saying it would have changed the outcome of the game. I'm not saying that anything different would have happened, but as a professional and as a teammate, you can't do that. So you absolutely have to say sorry. All right, as we get back into it, we're going to get into a sport that maybe you know a little more about. We're going to hit up baseball, right? We got to get into the World Series. How are you with baseball? You a baseball dude?
Nah.
I like it. All right. Well, that's the one with the white ball and the bat, right?
When they throw it with the stick?
With the stick. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
With the stick. I like it.
Yeah, that's for my people. So, a lot of Dominicans play baseball.
That is very true. A lot of Dominicans play baseball.
Yeah,
I don't know what the stat is, but I am sure that it's probably like 40% Dominican in the major leagues. So obviously we got the World Series. We have game 1 and 2 in the books. Game 3 is going on right now. I'm going to give you an update on that score here in a minute. Just let you know about game 1 and 2, because game 1 was one of the best opening World Series games I have seen in my entire life. Okay. Now, again, I'm only 35 years old. There was some phenomenal games way back, but I mean, it's 3-2 in the 10th, or it's 2-2. We go into the 10th. The Yankees go up by 1. 3-2, 1 out. Player on, or a runner on first and second, I think, and Ohtani comes up. And Ohtani, for those that don't know, I know I've talked about him before. He is must-see baseball. Okay, anytime that dude steps up to the plate, he is a absolute threat to hit the ball into another stratosphere. Okay, and he comes up, I think first pitch, fouls out. Or doesn't foul out, he hits a pop-up. Mookie Betts comes up behind him. And they walk Mookie. There's 2 outs now. They walk Mookie to get to Freddie Freeman. Okay? Bases are loaded now. Bottom of the 10th, Game 1 World Series in Dodger Stadium. 2 outs. Freddie Freeman up at the plate. First pitch, crack. Grand slam. I mean, as soon as you heard it, I just blasted that ball. I mean, absolutely blasted it. Walk-off grand slam. Freddie Freeman's first walk-off grand slam in the World Series. First walk-off grand slam of his career. Dodgers win 6-2. Guess what, y'all? Easy's take them last week. I said take Dodgers minus 130. They won by 4. That's a win. We'll take that one. As just that game was crazy. All right. Game 2, not as crazy. Dodgers take that one 4-2. Dodgers go up 2-0. The long ball is the story right now. I looked at the score for game 3, haven't seen what's been going on, but home runs have been the story right now. In game 2, the Dodgers, really appreciate the back-to-back home runs from Freddie Freeman again and Hernandez to Teoscar. Please forgive me if that's not how you say your name, my brother. I know your last name's Hernandez. I can get that one. Okay. But back-to-back home runs lifts the Dodgers over the Yankees in the first 2 games at Dodger Stadium. Game 3 moves to the Bronx, where the Dodgers currently hold a 4-0 lead in the 6th inning. I called for the Yankees to win in 6. It looks like I'm going to be wrong on that one, because the Dodgers could sweep the Yankees, which is just bananas to know that the Yankees get swept when you have Stanton, Judge, Torres, Soto, Cole, Rizzo, Chisman. Like, they're just the team is stacked. And to get swept, I know the Dodgers are good, but damn. Y'all, like, to get swept? Good Lord. I don't know what's going on, but we'll check on that. I'll give y'all an update on that game before we get done here at the show, because it's currently going on, just like you currently have Monday Night Football going on. I believe Pittsburgh is beating the New York Giants right now. I don't think anybody's surprised with that one, but I will tell you real quick, I was wrong. I thought that Justin Fields was the team or the quarterback for that team. Russell Wilson's got him working. I will take that. I will eat that. I was 100% wrong. Russell Wilson's got that team looking good. And I mean, I like it. I like watching good football. So there's an update on Monday Night Football. I told y'all at the beginning of the show, the NBA is now in full swing. Get that? We went from baseball to basketball. Y'all get that? Nope. All right. Well, so basketball. You got to know basketball.
That's the thing with the the hoop, right?
I can't deal with you.
Yeah. I mean, I know a little. My thing is, I mean, I played sports as a kid, street ball and all of that. I just don't keep up with the games, you know what I'm saying, every season. I mean,
basketball, like baseball.
You just got to fill me in on the details.
Baseball and basketball are hard to keep up with, right? That's why I like basketball with us. You're gonna get some little tidbits and things like that. I might drop some scores on you, but there's 82 games a season. I got a full-time job. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna try.
Some highlights.
We
but that's why we here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna break it down for everybody.
And I'm gonna
so they don't gotta watch.
I'm gonna tell you
games.
what you need to know. And then baseball got 162 games. Who got time to watch 162 games? Not me.
Yeah, that's why we're doing this.
Yeah, but with basketball,
tune in.
I got to start with this. This ain't even got nothing to do with on the court, okay? You got a picture for me, right, from a link that we had, because what the Miami Heat did to Dwayne Wade. So they unveiled a statue of Dwayne Wade out front of the team arena tonight, or last night, I believe, and
he wasn't too happy.
There's a clip with him and his son just looking at each other, looking at it.
Aggressive,
but what is that?
It's supposed to be
what is that? Who is that? He even says that. He's like, who's that guy? I like, what are we doing? So, and what I'm trying to figure out too is who the NBA is commissioning to make these statues, because a couple of months ago, the Philadelphia 76ers unveiled an Allen Iverson statue that looked atrocious. Like, what reference material are people getting? It's just, I mean, look at this. Like, he don't even look happy.
So disappointed. He
don't even look happy.
What the fuck is this?
I mean, it's just it's bad. It don't look like him. He look like he's I don't even know, man. To be honest, he looks like he's taking a shit and he's struggling.
That look crazy.
It's just the Miami Heat, Pat Riley, y'all, the whole organization, y'all got to do better. The NBA, maybe y'all should start checking these things before they go out, because that's just crazy, every time I see it, it just makes me a loss of words.
I mean,
what are we supposed to do with that? If I was that was like last year when Washington, look at him, like, you see this nonsense? That was like last year when the Commanders unveiled the statue for Sean Taylor, and it wasn't even a statue; it was poles shaped like a body with a jersey on it. Like these teams
No way.
are, and I know that was expensive. You can't tell me that wasn't expensive to have commissioned. But that's what they have. Where that doesn't look like Dwayne Wade in the slightest. The only reason I would know that was Dwayne Wade is because it's got a number 3 jersey on. That's it. That's it.
But I mean, I'm sure it's difficult to make a sculpture.
Absolutely. I'm talking hella shit. I can't even make a sandcastle.
But like,
I'm well aware of that.
Why don't they? That's when you review it and you're like, yo, I think we might need to push the unveiling back a couple.
Might need to,
weeks.
I
think we need to do a little more work.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Maybe find another sculptor.
Monday Night Football, 23-9, 23-9. Y'all are gonna know that already, but it's okay.
Oh man,
it just didn't look good. It didn't look good. I don't think you should do that stuff, because whoever did that shouldn't make sculptures. Or
I mean, it's supposed to be there for the rest of the time, right?
That's all right.
Should probably take your time.
Might want to take your time. Moving on.
I mean, but how does that work? Can they? I mean, if it's in their image, right? It's them. Are they allowed? Can they say, "Yo, I do not approve"?
Yeah, they'll probably
send it back.
They'll probably redo that.
Send it back.
Yeah, they'll probably redo that.
You're gonna have to send that back.
Like they'll probably send it back, cut the head off of it, and put a new just put a new head on it.
Put a whole new head.
Because that one is just not it. Moving forward in the NBA, Celtics being the Celtics, starting off good, 3-0. When we tape this, I'm not surprised. I figured the Celtics were going to come out and be heavy favorites. I figured the Celtics were going to come out and kind of pick up right where they left off last year. That's exactly what they're doing. No real reason to even wonder if they're, going to be good, because they are. And they're going to continue to be good. A team that I think everybody's interested, especially with all the off-the-court stuff that happened last year, is the Memphis Grizzlies. Everybody knows about the stuff that happened with Ja Morant, with the, him just forgetting that he's not a thug and trying to be one. So seeing him back, and obviously in a better mental health space and a better headspace, and the team is looking good. And then you got Zach Edey, drafted from Purdue, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was Purdue. People had questions about him. I was surprised he went as low as he did. The dude looks great. I mean, he's moving well. He put on some size. I was excited about Zach Edey. I'm even more excited. I like the combination of him and Ja Morant on the floor together. It makes, with him down low, it makes defenders have to respect that paint presence with Zach Edey, which gives Ja Morant the ability to move around. He can get out beyond the three-point line. He can drive the lane. He can pull up and hit a mid shot. So I really like the way Memphis is playing right now. Memphis has got a lot of other players that are contributing. So Memphis is going to be a pretty interesting team, in my opinion, to watch as the season goes on, as they continue to learn to play together as long as they stay healthy, which is the case with every team. I think this, the Lakers, again, they're starting out strong, having a good season. They were 3-0. LeBron, the ageless wonder, come fight me in the comments. Okay, come fight me in the comments. LeBron James is the number 1 overall greatest of all time basketball player ever. Come fight me in the comments if you want. Whoa. Okay,
y'all heard it. Hit the comments.
LeBron James is the GOAT.
Tell us your opinion.
Okay, was it 23 years now? 20 or 22, some crazy number like that, and he's still dominant. I don't care about the finals records. It's a team game. Okay, you want to talk about that nonsense? He brought a washed Cavaliers team to the NBA Finals, where Mo Williams, Delonte West was his stop. That was his backup. He's so good, he made Delonte West an all-star. Like, y'all need to stop. Okay, you want to talk? You want to say, oh well, the Dallas one? Yep, you're right. The Dallas final was on him. He looked like he gave up. I give you that one. Okay, came back 0-3 against y'all. Golden State Warriors against Curry and Draymond and Iguodala. Yeah, and still got the dub. The dude, that's the greatest basketball player of all time. We got to see him get on the field with Bronny James. We kind of talked about that. One of the things that was brought up when the draft happened was if Bronny James was going to spend time in between the NBA and the G League. The G League is where, it's kind of like, I don't want to say the practice squad, right? But it's where players can send, it's almost like AAA from baseball to basketball. And it's a great place for young players to develop, for young players to learn the flow of the NBA. Rich Paul said that Bronny James was not going to be spending any time in the G League. Well, we now know that is not true. He is actually going to be spending time in the G League during the Lakers' current 5-game road trip. And I think that is great. I don't think Bronny should have came out. I think he should have stayed another year at USC. But he decided to come out. He wanted to play with his dad. I understand that. I respect that. All praise to that man for doing what he's done. All praise for Bronny for doing what he's done. But Bronny is not ready for the NBA. It's that simple. It's that clear. It's that cut. He's not ready for the NBA. Playing with his dad and those other players, he's going to gain a lot of experience. But in between, spending time in the G League is a good idea. He'll learn how to run the systems. He'll learn how to play with the defense, because defensively, from the college to the pros, it's vastly different. The players are bigger. They're more talented. You have guys like LeBron who can play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the number positions that match: guard, shooting guard, power forward, center, forward. But
okay.
And LeBron James is one of the few players that can play all 5 positions and guard all 5 positions. Again, one of the other reasons he's the greatest of all time. Okay, I'm not gonna knock y'all greatest, okay, but he wasn't wasn't going against centers. Okay, so get on with that. But I do think this is great for Bronny. I think this will be really good for him.
So why would you just throw that kid? He's 20, right? Right in there like that.
might. So I think, well, one, you have a lot of players that, when you get these, you got some of these kids. You got to remember in basketball, the players only got to play 1 year in college. So you have kids coming out of NCAA out of college that are 19 years old, and they're number 1 overall draft picks and things like that. But they drafted him in the 2nd round.
Yeah, but he ain't been. He would do.
No,
I mean, from what I understand, he wasn't spectacular.
No, he wasn't. He played for the one game. The one game he played 3 minutes. He went 0 for 3. But he had a rebound. But you're gonna get that. You want him to get that game experience. I'm not sure what position or what they're looking at him. Is he going to be a role player? Is he going to be a 6th man? There ain't no way in hell they're looking for him to be a starter. So it's all about what they're looking to see from him. They're really gonna look and see what he does in the G League. Like I said, I'm of the belief and of the mindset that unless he really comes out and does something this season, if Bronny doesn't play again next year, they're either gonna cut him or maybe try to trade him to a team that might want to take him for a 2nd round pick or something like that. But I don't know. We'll really have to kind of look and see as the year goes, which is what we're gonna do with the NBA here. We're gonna pay attention to it. Really want y'all to make sure that y'all are following us on Instagram and TikTok, because with a season like the NBA, you're going to get a lot of mid-season, midweek updates on Instagram and TikTok. So make sure you're following those. The Full Blitz at the Full Blitz Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. So make sure y'all are following us there. College football coming up after the break.
Fun fact, Bronny got the same birthday.
See, the things you learn when you have a producer that can look up things while you're talking, you find out that they have the same birthday. That's crazy. We love that.
Yeah. Like that. So happy belated, young Bronny.
Right.
Killing the game out there. Doing good for a 20-year-old. Hey, look, I was definitely not, NBA courts when I was 20.
I wasn't even on a basketball court when I was 20. Getting into college football, I got 3 games that I really wanted to talk about with college football because I really want to kind of touch on some of the things that happened in this game. The one that I for whatever reason really irritated me was the Ohio State game. Ohio State, first off, just barely beats Nebraska 21-17. But what I thought was so crazy was there was a play in college football. They have what is called targeting. Okay. And it's when a defender hits a defenseless player in the neck or head area with either their helmet or shoulder pad. Okay. The targeting is intentionally. Like in a tackle, right? They have to lunge, in a manner where it looks like it's going to hurt the player. There was a play where an Ohio State defender bends his knees, lunges at a player, hitting him in the head with his shoulder. They call targeting. When the targeting call happens, Ryan Day, the head coach of Ohio State, loses his mind on the field, throws his headset, just loses his mind. It was targeting. Know the rule, coach. Your player made an illegal play, and you showed your ass and got extremely lucky that all you got was a sideline warning, because there should have been another unsportsmanlike conduct flag called on you, which would have added another 15 yards. So this is him losing his absolute mind, showing his ass. I wonder if is this going to show the actual play? Because it was just, you see how far he's out on the field? And then that was the other thing, the fans throwing water bottles onto the field.
Oh, no.
Texas did that nonsense last week. Fans, cut that shit out. You do not have the right to throw things onto the field because you disagree with a call that you don't understand. Bam! Bends his knees, lowers his shoulder, and hits him in the helmet. That's targeting.
Ooh.
By definition, that is targeting. Ohio State fans, or not Ohio State fans, but Ohio State's people that were present at that game that were throwing water bottles, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ryan Day, head coach of Ohio State, you should be ashamed of yourself for the way that you acted. I understand that you're in a tight game with a team that everybody on earth thinks you should be blowing out. But that does not give you the right to act like that as a head coach of a program. So lucky you didn't get another 15-yard flag, because you should have. All you got was a sideline warning. You absolutely should have gotten another 15-yard flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. Ohio State and your fan base, do better. I mentioned Texas did that nonsense last week, throwing stuff on the field because of a call they didn't agree with. Well, Texas, I don't know what y'all are doing, but I know Vandy lost this game, but I got to talk about this. I got to give Vanderbilt some more shine. Vanderbilt almost pulled away with another top 5 upset. Texas eked out a 3-point lead, a 3-point win against Vanderbilt. But yet last week you want to throw things on the field. You know, I've heard Texas fans all types of mad that they got dropped in the rankings. I'm not even going to blame Texas. I'm not. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give Nashville, Tennessee, since I can shine on Vanderbilt, since I damn sure can't shine on the Titans. Vanderbilt, props. Kudos to you. You are no longer the floor of the SEC. So proud of you. Vanderbilt, so proud of you. I couldn't have been prouder of that team, the way they played, the way they fought back. Vanderbilt used to be the bottom. They were always a baseball team. Well, guess what, y'all? I think it's time we start looking at them as a football team, maybe, because they're playing good football over in Nashville, and I think that we should give them their respect. Maybe they not just a baseball team anymore. Quick game that we're not really going to go into the details on, but I got to bring it up. Boise State versus UNLV. Boise State won 29-24. Didn't Easy's take them, say take Boise State minus 2.5? I think he did. I think I did. Guess what? 2.5 covered. Boise State, Easy's take them. Got it.
Another one.
Now, the one we didn't get, right? The one we didn't get was Mizzou versus Alabama. Mizzou plus 13.5. To be completely fair, it was looking really good. And then Missouri's quarterback Cook goes out and shit went haywire. So that's a mulligan. It's still a loss. It's still a loss. Easy's take-ems with, 2 for 3, but pretty solid. Might want to pay attention to them. I had to be positive there because the last college game we're going to talk about is LSU. I am the absolute worst second half of football I have ever seen, and I have seen a lot of football. Brian Kelly, you, sir, have got to be one of the worst coaches, in my opinion, when it comes to adjustments. You have got to be one of the worst coaches in preparing your teams. You want proof? Go look at the games he's lost in big games, national championships, when he was the coach in Notre Dame. Big games like week 1 against USC. Big games like this one against Texas A&M for the lead in the SEC. The winner of that game controlled their own destiny on the way to Atlanta and on the way to the college playoffs this year. And you go into halftime and then come out and your players look like they got swapped for high school players. Play calling was atrocious. Defensive play calling.
You called them
high schoolers. Like but when I tell you the second half of this game was so damn bad.
Oh man.
I'm at Buffalo Wild Wings watching this game, infuriated because of how bad this team played in the second half. I didn't write no stats down, nothing, because it was trash. That would be the stat. Trash.
What kind of wings were you?
I'm so frustrated with Brian Kelly and his inability to understand that you have got to get your players. This is the SEC. I know this is your third year. I get it, but my man, this ain't gonna do. This won't do. You had an opportunity and you dropped it. You had an opportunity to make something work. You had an opportunity to be the number 1 team in the SEC. Control your destiny to Atlanta, to the SEC championship game. Control your destiny to the college football playoffs, potentially getting a bye week going into the first ever 12-team playoff. Now you can't lose another game. And guess what? You still got Alabama coming up. You still got Vanderbilt coming up. You still got Oklahoma coming up. Do better. Do better. But I can calm down. Y'all can calm down because I'm getting ready to give y'all a story that is just absolutely ridiculous. Y'all know what time it is. That's right. That's right. It is Ain't No Way. And guess what? Ain't No Way is going international this week.
Okay. What we got
We
today?
going international.
What happened in
So,
international news?
I'm just wondering, right? When you order a pizza, what typically do you expect to come with it? I know it's a crazy question, right?
I just get pizza.
Just pizza,
man.
right?
A box,
So
cheese,
apparently
tomato sauce, bread,
in Germany,
pepperoni.
In Germany, they have their best-selling pizza at this pizzeria, which comes with a side of cocaine.
Say word. Where is this at? What's the pizza called?
So this is the headline reads,
What?
"Pizza with a side of cocaine?" ? German pizzeria rated over best-selling special order. All right. I'm going to give y'all some clips from this, and then we're going to talk about it. Police in Germany say they have busted a restaurant that delivered cocaine with one order on its menu item after being tipped off earlier in the year. So apparently in Dusseldorf, Western Germany, okay, if you Dusseldorf,
they get busy like that.
Hey, look, apparently they get busy like that.
Dusseldorf?
So apparently, if
that's
you called the pizzeria and you ordered a number 40, you would get a pizza with a side of cocaine.
Bag. Yo, that's hard. So it was just drug dealing.
Just
right?
drug
That was
dealing.
their code.
I love it though.
I thought you meant like
No.
it was like, yo.
So they were tipped off.
Yo, so that's what you see in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, yo, let me ixnay on that.
So they were tipped off by a
pepperoni
food
with
inspector in March. And this story, just so you guys know, so y'all don't think it's an old one, this story is coming from the 22nd of this month, 2024. Okay. And it's coming from Germany. All right. And apparently what happened was when a drug squad officer began observing the restaurant, they buzzed the restaurant's manager's apartment. Now, apparently that means that they went to the restaurant manager's apartment or they like raided it. When I tell you, I was trying to figure out what the hell buzzed meant. I don't know what kind of
buzzed is that. They got him. They popped him.
They proceeded to throw a bag of drugs out of the window, which fell into the arms of a police officer.
How do you fail so hard?
What I love though is when you take our
cop.
story from last week to this week, it shows there are dumbasses all over the world.
Well, that's what happens when you I mean, typically they're on the drugs that they're
Now,
so obviously they're not thinking
but what's
right.
crazy is, right? Get
That's
this.
crazy.
Get this. This is I saw this and I was like, I
That's
live in the
smooth,
long
though. You just pull up in there.
What'd you say?
I said that's smooth though. You just pull up, be like, yo, let me get a 40. Yeah.
What kills me is, and this is what made me think that maybe I'm in the wrong country. Okay. Police discovered 1.6 kilograms of cocaine, 40 grams of cannabis, and 268,000 pounds in cash. The manager, 36 years old, this is what kills me, was detained for a few days.
How?
Let me say.
First of all, they still have.
Let me say this
God.
again.
Well, obviously,
Detained for
do
a
some money
few
around.
days? My guy,
He obviously got
you would
money.
be in
How many
county
pounds in it?
lockup here in America for 6 months before you even talk to anybody. Like,
That's crazy.
detained.
So, but what else happened?
So apparently he soon reopened the business and continued to sell pizza under the number 40.
He just kept,
Like,
he just
yeah, he
kept
just kept it pushing.
So he definitely.
So he
threw
got
some
caught
bread at
twice. He continued to do it. And then 150 officers busted an entire drug ring because of this, because he continued to do it.
I think that I caught the second part of this story. They found grow operations, right?
I didn't say grow operations.
I think so.
Did it? I mean, there was yes. 2 cannabis farms were also discovered in nearby whatever those are,
Right.
with 360 plants respectively.
Right.
The pizzeria manager was arrested when trying to
300,
escape the country.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It couldn't have ended with him just
Getting detained.
keeping it
But the
pushing.
fact that
No.
like, first off, much respect to you, dog. You got busted, got detained for a few days. That dude was like, "Hey, I missed work Friday,
He
Saturday."
didn't even try to. Yeah, it just kept it pushing. He didn't even try to. That's crazy. But that's why they got caught, man. They're not too smart.
Clearly
Not the brightest
not too smart.
bulbs in the box.
But y'all, if you're ordering a pizza and you live in Germany, do not get the number 40 because or get the number 40.
Cray.
Man, it's just wild.
There's a lot of idiots out there. You'd be surprised.
So, and next week, y'all, we are going to be doing a new add to Ain't No Way. You are going to get a story from Easy, and then you are going to get a story.
I'm going to pull a story as well. Yeah, I'm going to pull a story. I'm going to try to find some wild, obscure stuff.
When I tell y'all I am so excited to hear the nonsense.
I'm just trying to find some awesome. But here's the thing. I'm also, I'm kind of like a tech guy, so it might just be some crazy tech news about something. Who knows? But I'm going to try to keep it interesting.
So basically what you're saying is me and everybody else that listens ain't going to know what you're saying?
Nah, you probably will.
He's just...
I mean, if you don't, I probably won't know what I'm saying. I'm going to be reading the story.
Louis going to be like, and the extraterrestrial hit 3 clicks to the left of normal.
Yeah, listen, if they see aliens in Vegas again, I'm going to definitely talk about it.
If they see aliens in Vegas again, we definitely talking about it.
Yeah,
so
I'll keep you guys on the alien
what
news.
I had told y'all earlier, right? We're going to be doing a new segment. It's called Quick Hitters. All right. Quick Hitters is going to be rapid fire, maybe saying 1 or 2 things, not really getting into depth, just so you guys have some more update on some of the other games that happened. Because I'm not going to talk about everything in depth. It's just not going to happen. So starting this week, love that we can do quick hitters. Starting with the 3 other college games I thought people might want to know about. Number 1, Oregon handles number 20, Illinois, 38-9. You got number 3, Penn State. Struggles at first, but they do wind up getting the W against Wisconsin, 28-13. And number 6, Miami, taking care of Florida State, 36-14, as Cam continues to strengthen his Heisman hopes. All right, moving to the NFL. The Bucks, they brought out the creamsicle jerseys from way back. They ain't get the W, though. And I'm pretty sure the Bucks rocked those creamsicles when they went 0-16. They might want to retire those.
I'm about to say, you think it was the
It might be the jerseys, but it also might have to do with the fact that this was the first week Baker Mayfield did not have Mike Evans or Chris Godwin, his number 1 and number 2 receiver. Philly gets big win, much needed win against Cincinnati. Drake May makes another start for the New England Patriots. He does leave the game early with a concussion, but Brissett is able to lead the Pats past the bum-ass Jets, the spiraling Jets, the garbage Jets, the Aaron Rodgers-led Jets. Please stop with this Aaron Rodgers crap, okay? He's washed, he's old, and he needs to retire. I'll stand on it, and I'll argue with anybody, okay? Tua has a good game coming back from his return with his concussion. Was very worried about it, and I was concerned he wasn't wearing the Guardian cap, but he looked good. He played good. He slid. It was so nice to see him slide. Okay, he didn't take big hits, but the Cardinals get a walk-off win with a field goal. Okay, I like what I'm seeing here with Bo Nix in Denver. Okay, Bo Nix is developing, and I think Sean Payton is doing a very good job with him as he progresses throughout the season. The run game's getting there, and I know they played Carolina, but, I do like what I'm seeing with Bo Nix. Green Bay needs final second field goal to beat the Jags after Love went out with an injury, his quad. He is considered day-to-day. He is looking to start this week. All right. Houston stands up to hand Colts a division lost. Stephon Diggs goes down with an injury, and we're going to have to look and see. It was a non-contact injury, okay? Non-contact injuries for football players are always very dangerous because they're usually very serious. And with Houston already losing Nico Collins for some time, they're starting to lose some weapons. Before anybody, or unless nobody knows about it, one of the things with that game too is Anthony Richards, the quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts, on third down taps out of the game for a play. What that means is the quarterback taps their helmet, or any player taps their helmet, says they need to come out for a play. My man, you are the quarterback for an NFL team. You do not leave the damn field unless you are dying. You have heard it from Pat McAfee. You have heard it from multiple other players. Now, I never played in the NFL. I never played in college, but I played in Louisiana, and we play real football down there. My man, what are you doing? And then the next day press conference to say, oh, it was because I was tired. Yo, you are going to lose so much respect for that. The players are going to look at you and, yo, what are you doing? Like, come on now. Anthony Richards, I've said it a few times. I'm going to say it to you. Do better. Rainy day in Seattle as Buffalo cleans up against Seahawks. Keon Coleman, their rookie wide receiver, is really starting to put it together. Looks like he's going to be a really big weapon for them. They also have Amari Cooper. They also have Shakar. They also have Kincaid. They also have Knox. Buffalo looks like they're putting everything together right at the right time. Now, one of the only quick hitters the only quick hitter that's going to get a clip is this game right here. Saints can't get anything going against anything going against the Los Angeles Chargers as they beat the Saints. But there was a clip from this game that I absolutely love, and I'm gonna have Louis show y'all this, because this is what I mean about being an offensive lineman right here. A defensive lineman wants to grab the quarterback. So this is what you want to see from your offensive lineman. That defensive lineman rolls up on him like that, right? And this is what I love about offensive line. He just, you're not gonna hit my quarterback like that. He's on him. That's what you want to see from an offensive lineman. You have your quarterback coming to pull him off of that dude. Defensive lineman, don't do that, because if you got a real one on that offensive line like the Chargers do, that's what's going to happen, especially with knowing that Herbert has had ankle issues. I'm telling you, y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing with these offensive linemen and their quarterbacks, because they not playing, okay? Team that finally is playing, the Chiefs. Chiefs finally get their offense going. Okay, it only took them 7 weeks, and it only took them to play the Raiders, but they finally get it going, get a divisional win, and the Chiefs stay undefeated. The only undefeated team left in the NFL. Hey, if they start get going, they're going to be dangerous, and they going for that three-peat. Dallas played a great first half, and then forgot that you had to keep playing when you come out after overtime, or at least the third quarter. Okay, I'll give them that. They played a great first half, forgot about the third quarter, tried to get it going in the fourth, wasn't able to get it done enough, even with 2 big touchdowns from Dak Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. Late, 49ers get the win over Dallas. And this ain't football, but I got to say it. If you a UFC fan like I am, this past weekend was amazing. Okay.
Oh,
Max Holloway gets knocked out for the first time in his career.
that was
And
tough.
he got slept. Okay.
Yeah, he was asleep.
I mean,
he was asleep.
that
That was hard to
Yo,
watch.
Topuria is a dog. And now there's possible reports that Patty the Batty is going to fight him. I think that would be a great fight. I would really like to see that fight. And you have Chimaeus chokes out Whitaker in first round. Hey, y'all, that is our quick hits just like that. Whew, got to take a breath after the quick hitters.
That was quick.
We gonna run through them on the quick hitters. y'all, hey, if you need to, check out the clips that are gonna be on Instagram and TikTok. We will have the quick hitters on there. Just like we gonna have this next segment. It's called Easy's Take 'em, y'all. This is what segment is gonna be from here on out. I'm gonna give you 3 picks every week. It could be a combination of sports. It could be all college. It could be all NFL. Like I said, went 2 for 3 last week. That ain't bad. All right. But I decided I was going to give myself a challenge here on the second week of Easy's Take 'em.
All right. Let's see what you got.
We're going
man.
all dogs. I'm giving you all 3 dogs to bet on. Okay. Give me Arkansas plus 6.5. Okay. Going against Ole Miss. Ole Miss has been up and down. Okay, they lost to LSU. Sometimes they kind of lose their identity on offense. Defense is usually pretty stout, but they struggle sometimes to find their mojo on offense. And Arkansas has played really good football this year. They are probably one of the better 4-3 football teams, not just in the SEC, but in the entire country. And I also remember too that some of these lines may change between today when we do the show, tomorrow when you hear the show, and then Saturday when the game is played. But pick number 1, I like Arkansas plus 6.5. Okay. This one right here I looked at a few times. Okay. And I didn't know if I wanted to go with it because I wasn't real thrilled with the way they played against Wisconsin last week. But go ahead and give me Penn State plus 4.5 as they go against Ohio State. I'm surprised that this is as big of a gap as it is. I'm surprised they have Penn State plus 4.5 right now. Ohio State did not play well. Neither did Penn State. But that's crazy to me. So I think that's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be close, which is why I like Penn State plus 4.5. Last one I'm going to give you, okay, we're going to go to the NFL. And this line, I have no doubt, is going to change. And this is going to be Chicago plus 1 against Arizona. So that line's probably going to change. I think it's plus 1 right now. You know something? Let's do this. Let's scratch that. Let's go Chicago money line. I think Chicago's going to beat Arizona outright. I think Caleb Williams is going to have a bounce back game. That defense looked great. I think Chicago beats Arizona outright. There it is, guys. Arkansas plus 6.5. Penn State plus 4.5. Chicago money line beating Arizona outright. There is Easy's Take-ems for y'all for this week. We're going to see how we do next week. And like I told y'all I was going to give you some more updates on the World Series Game 3. It is 4-0 still LA, and we are at the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees are down to their last 3 outs before they go down 3-0, and there is only one team, and that is the Boston Red Sox, I believe 2007, that came back from a 3-0 deficit, and that was against the Yankees. All right, y'all. Listen, we love appreciate all the support that y'all have shown us. Please make sure that you're liking, sharing, subscribing, following. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us anywhere that you watch or listen to your podcast. And guys, remember, if you rocking with us, keep rocking with us because we are only getting better. We love y'all.